hard fought. Obviously, Iowa deserves a ton of credit with their play. They made really big baskets, timely baskets, and they came up with about 5 to 7 balls, especially in the second half, that were right there for the grabbing, and you couldn't get it. And first half, I give them credit. They were good against our turnovers in transition. They got a lead, but I wasn't terribly disappointed in our team tonight. I thought we were really together again. Offensively, whether it was the man or the zone, we continue to be able to get 17 assists in the game, which is something we got to keep doing. And we shot a good percentage as well. 19 points off of our turnovers probably hurt us more than anything, but give them credit. They were really hard to guard, and showed tonight.
Hey, Coach Miller, you talked about the need for programs to get older over time. There's 2-3-year veterans out there, Cook and Bohannon, seem to turn back every run you guys made. Talk about them a bit.
Well, they've been doing it all season long. They're 18-5. They just beat Michigan at home last week. You watch them on film. They're unbelievably well coached offensively. They got great pace. They got an inside-out attack. They got multiple shooters. And they have the ability to play some zone as well in case they big. You don't have to play man-to-man with 2 big guys in the game the whole game. They mixed it up with their defenses tonight and stuck with the zone most of the time. We had some good possessions and not, but without question, you can watch their team. They're much improved from a year ago. They're younger players. They're now getting a little bit older, but they're in sync.
The first half, the three-point shot really hurts you. Was it just not getting up or not knowing that they really shoot that far with your guys?
No, I mean, they're
line like you want.
We closed out soft, and we what I mean by that is we closed out short. We were short on a lot of closeouts, and they got range. And Wieskamp got going early in the game. I think he made all 4 of his threes in the first half. Part of that was they had to go small at times because of their foul trouble. And that small lineup presents some challenges at times with their spacing and the ability to shoot with the way they did. And we also had some breakdowns in transition as well. But I think they made 7 in the first half. Ended up making 3, and I think all 3 of them in the second half were unbelievably big daggers by Bohannon.
Some of those shots, and you talked about Iowa making tough shots. It felt like you worked them to the end of the clock a lot, and they were just making some tough ones. How much of that was maybe you guys struggling to close out possessions, and how much of it was just them, finding a tough shot, I guess?
We were in a lot of situations under 10 on the clock. I mean, the game, and even in the first half or the second half. So that, that at the end of the day is going to come down to guarding the ball. It's going to come down to getting a long rebound or 50-50. And, Bohannon made an unbelievable step back on Al midway through the second half, late at the clock. Obviously, the big one at the end there was I think it was a pretty deep shot as well. But they also got some plays in and around the basket under 10 seconds where we committed a silly foul or didn't get the first time rebound. And we just had some breakdowns at the finish line in terms of being able to close out possessions with good stops. They were able, for whatever reason, I saw 3 or 4 balls either deflected on the pass that land in play, and they get it. And there was a few that were raked out of the paint and was on the ground, and they get it. And you got to find a way to get those balls, to win this type of a game. We were never able to get it even and then play with the lead. We were always constantly clawing. And again, like I said, they're having a great season. They got a really good team. And this game right here is to be evaluated just like Michigan State. Are we in check with our attitude? Did we come together? Did we play hard? And did we play unselfish? And I think we did a lot of those things. We just weren't quite good enough to finish this one off, just in terms of being able to get one-time stops, and then obviously being able to get quality possessions with shots when we needed to in those last maybe 5 minutes.
You mentioned this.
Go ahead. You got it.
I was just going to say, I saw at Michigan State, I believe there's 27 points off the bench, tonight 7. Is that just circumstantial, or is there anything you can point to about what was
Well, I mean, if you look at it, De'Ron and Devontae had, I believe, 24 of the 27. So if you look at De'Ron and Devontae tonight, De'Ron, although he played 22 minutes, and I thought he did some good things for us, he had 7 assists, 0 turnovers. He ends up scoring 4 points, makes some free throws. And then Devontae didn't play as well he played the other night. In his 16 minutes tonight, he didn't have what I would say a solid game, just in terms of being able to take care of it and being able to get into a rhythm offensively. So, those are the 2 big cogs coming off the bench. And from a scoring standpoint, obviously they didn't give us the scoring, but De'Ron and Devontae both contributed in the game, and that's more of what we'll have to get from them.
You mentioned the 17 assists earlier and 21 three-point attempts tonight. What did you like about the way your offense was moving and kind of even if the shots weren't falling? And then second, what did Duran do for you against that 2-3 zone that allowed you to unlock some things?
Well, the first half, the turnovers hurt us. We had 8 at halftime. We ended up finishing with 12, so we didn't turn it over as much in the second half, which was good. Duran gives you a high post and a low post guy and catch it down there. He can command it in the paint. He's a good passer out of the post as well. He's good against the zone. He wasn't able to get as many shots up as he probably is normally accustomed to doing, us being able to find him to get him a shot. But, you know, he was fine. You know, our zone offense in the second half, I mean, we ended up shooting, I guess we ended up shooting 48%, 49% for the game. And, you know, in the first half, I think from 3, we were 4 for 12. So in the second half, obviously, you know, 7 for 21 in the game with some timely ones. But, you know, our offense, to me, you can scrutinize it, you can go through it. And our defense wasn't able to finish it, you know, finish possessions tonight. And we had that on Saturday. We were able to get one-time stops and rebounds and be able to hang in there. Tonight, we fouled. We didn't come up with the loose ones, the long ones. And they made some big ones and some tough ones as well at the end of the clock. But like I said, they're really good. And we'll take this. We got to get better from it. We have a fast turnaround, and we're Ohio State on Sunday, so it's going to be the same thing.
Sorry, just to kind of follow up on that, Duran, I think it's something like 11 assists in the last 2 games. I mean, just how much of a factor does his passing need to become for you guys? Because it feels like a lot of those are set up three-pointers in particular.
Well, he's like I said, he's a good low post player with a good feel how to get the ball from the low post to the dive. The other guy were outside on the skips. And tonight, I think he did a really good job. He hit Justin a couple times cutting. He caught one left elbow, skipped it, I think left corner to Devontae for a big 3. So he's doing a pretty good job in terms of handling the ball for us. He's always been a good player in terms of his back to the basket, being able to understand what's a good shot, bad shot, and being able to deliver the ball out from the high post. And again, you know, his 22 minutes tonight, I think 25 the other day. He's playing tired right now as well. He's got to continue to work through that, but he's a lift for us right now. He's been a lift.
Outside of Duran, who had 7 assists, 0 turnovers, you think you guys had 10 assists, 12 turnovers. How would you grade the perimeter passing over these 40 minutes?
Well, I thought in the first half in particular, we were lackadaisical and probably a little bit sloppy with them. You know, Devontae did not have the best floor game tonight. Our other guys, you know, one here, one there. You know, Rob's 4-1. You know, Al's basically 1-1. Romeo's 2-1. So it's not like, you know, a 10-3 is very bad from your perimeter. It's just, you know, you got a couple possessions there that didn't go well that felt bigger than they were. You know, whether it was a couple turnovers in the part of the game that obviously we had some odd lineups and a little bit more inexperienced team playing with one another. And, you know, big deal, Juwan, you know, it's tough. It's tough for our team not to have him on the floor for that amount of time with foul problems. We got to find a way to keep him on the floor, you know, with fouls. And he's got to be able to be a little bit smarter, I guess. But it was tough when he got that 4th one so early.
For looking ahead to the Ohio State game, do you think that's a big game for the tournament chances for the team?
Every game's a big game.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Yep.